this is a matter I feel I need to address. It's in regards to spiritual gifts. Now, I've mentioned in previous audios how important it is that you guard your gifts. And I mentioned some of the many forms and the many ways that people try to either diminish or take your gifts away from you, who try to silence you. And I also talk about the many forms of jealousy as a form of spiritual jealousy as well. There could be someone who is deemed successful in the eyes of others, but they see that you have something that they don't have, and they will do everything they can to try to silence you, to try to take those gifts away from you, to try to glean those gifts in a way where it seems like they have that gift as well. Let me tell you something. Your spiritual gift given to you by your Creator belongs to you and only you. You may have some copycats that come along that try to take it. You may even have some people that are close to you that mean you're no good at all who try to take credit for it, going around saying if it wasn't for me, they wouldn't have been able to do that. In the back of their mind, they're jealous. Instead of them giving you the support that you need, they're going around taking credit for a gift that you have that was given to only you, when deep down they're jealous that they don't have it. Now, this is the way that you can tell the difference between somebody who is truly gifted and someone who is jealous-hearted and is not. The pretender. We want to talk about the pretender today. This is the type of person, first of all, they're never satisfied with what they have in their life. That's the number one characteristic of a pretender. Because if they were satisfied with themselves in their life, they wouldn't have to pretend to be something else. And some of them become so embittered by it that they go ahead and they try to glean from everyone else's success. These people refuse to be happy for anyone who has anything positive going on in their lives. They'll probably go around and say that they're proud of them, but they'll only do it in the presence of others. As long as there's an audience around, they have plenty of compliments to give. But deep down in their heart, they can't stand that somebody else was blessed. It's a form of narcissism. Yes, it is. And I addressed that in a couple of previous audios about some of the traits regarding narcissism, some of the main traits, because there are dozens. But we're not going to talk about the narcissism. We're going to talk about the fact that someone has finally reached their pinnacle. They are finally exercising their gifts that were given to them by their Creator, and you have ones that have been around them and have decided that instead of supporting them and showing them love, that they want to either pretend that they have the same gifts or take credit for it. Let me tell you something. There's some karma associated with that type of fuckery. There really is. You're trying to covet, for those Bible scholars who understand the Ten Commandments, you're trying to covet a gift that was given by God. You're trying to take it as your own, and it does not belong to you. Do you not realize, pretender, that you're going to suffer for that? You are going to suffer for trying to take someone else's blessing. You in a position where you know that you are already blessed with your own gifts, but you're not satisfied for some reason. You feel you have to have everything where you could barely handle the shit that you got going on right now. And I'm not saying this in a position of frustration or anger, and there's no personal link to this thing. I'm talking about a general situation that I have seen that has gone on in my life previously. But also I see this going on in the lives of others, and I can smell it right away. These people need to find themselves. They're spiritually void. They may go out here and claim that they've got everything together emotionally and psychologically, but if they did, they wouldn't be pretending. There's no pretense in spiritual awakening, people. There is no keeping up appearances. There is no faking the front. There is no faking till you make it. You're either going to make it or you're not. It is what it is. There are no gray areas in the spiritual realm. And people need to understand that. So when you have someone who is trying to covet your gift, my only reaction to you is to keep going. Because the people who are truly supporting you, they know it's you. Your spirit guides know that it's you. And the person who is doing it, you're going to suffer some karma from that. Because you're trying to spiritually steal something that belongs to someone else to serve your own personal needs. And you don't think that's cool? You're going to try to use your relationship to this person. You might be their boss. You might be their family member. You might be their girlfriend or boyfriend or whatever it is. Try to use your relationship as an excuse for trying to replicate a gift that was given to someone else. How about you do the simple thing and just get on board? Show some support. Be their cheerleader. Encourage them. That is, if they will allow you to do so. Because you could have caused so much emotional and spiritual damage that you have not even tried to account for. They might not even let you in their space. Or maybe that's the problem. Are you angry because you're not a part of the party? You haven't been invited? Maybe you didn't invite them to the party. Maybe you made them feel left out. And Spirit said, no more. This is my child. This is my child that has a gift. And they've been sitting on this gift because they've been programmed the wrong way. It's time for the deprogramming, and it's time for them to exercise their gifts. And they don't have time to be worrying about what you think and she think. And they don't have time because they're busy trying to help and serve others. People that are in the same position that they used to be in. Hence the term used to be. So if you decide you want to pretend, knock yourself out. But understand that you're going to have to do a lot of work. You're going to have to work twice as hard and twice as long because it was not yours to have. Have you noticed that people who have a natural gift for things, it flows like water? The creativity is ongoing. You never know what's going to come from them. Every time you turn around, there's something, something, something. These people, it's like a river. It's like a river. It's amazing. And you scratch your head and you wonder, how do they do this? Because they're not doing it by themselves. That's why. But people who try to artificially manifest these gifts, when deep down it's not their portion, they're tired all the time. They're stressed out all the time. They're always complaining about how they don't have time to do anything. They're always overwhelmed and they're always worried. Why? Because they are trying to do something that they were not put on this earth to do. They're trying to mind business that has nothing to do with them. What they need to do is sit down with themselves and find out who they are, where they are, and make their connection with the Spirit so they can lead a less stressful life. They're constantly under stress because they're messing around in something they ain't got no business messing around in. But a person who's truly working in their gift, their work doesn't seem like work. It really doesn't. So that's the way to distinguish the pretender from the real thing. I know this went a little deep for some of you, but some of you are probably going through this type of spiritual warfare right now. And from time to time, I'm going to provide audios on the different type of battles that you go through in this spiritual war. And this is one of them. You're going to have pretenders that are going to come out of the woodwork. They're going to be carbon copies of the original, so to speak, trying to do the same thing that you do. But see, the thing is that your gift is manifested in a way that's so unique to you that everyone out there is going to see that this person is a copy. And the fact that they're trying to mimic that out of spite, out of anger, out of jealousy, they're going to suffer their own karma for that. And I'm not saying this to wish it on anybody. I'm just trying to tell you how the universe works. I'm trying to alert you to how the universe works. Like some of y'all like to say, God don't like ugly. It's the truth. So with that being said, I bid you peace.